Let's be honest. The Sandman is freaking amazing. We open up the show with a monologue from the Sandman himself. He explains that he's responsible for making sure all dreams and nightmares are regulated. Hey, I had a dream that this video would make us famous. Yeah, and if it doesn't happen, it's all the Sandman's fault. This old geezer wandered into something a bit too culty for his liking. It's like one of those underground Disneyland clubs. Our old fellow brought a magical grimoire that's supposed to bring his child back to life. The ritual seems to be working, but what it brings to life isn't the dead child, but a strange plague doctor. Oh wait, it's the Sandman! Waking up naked in the middle of a cult ritual is such a terrible place to be. You sound like you speak from experience. Well, yeah. The villain of the show enters about now, and it's none other than Milo Yiannopoulos. Oh wow! I wondered what happened to that guy. I thought he fell off the face of the earth. Turns out he was just in a different realm. The Lord of Dreams, the Sandman, is being held hostage by these cultists in order to bribe him into making their dreams reality. 10 years later, we see a party held by the cult leader and his now grown-up son. 10 years trapped in a hamster ball? Screw that! After getting caught sympathizing with the captor, the cult leader's son gets scolded by his father and is told to kill a crow that's been flying around. The random crow decides to show up and set fire to the estate to save the Sandman. Took you long enough. At least he's finally getting set free. Oh, wait, never mind. Magus and his least favorite son are still finding it hard to get along, as his son is catching feelings for the naked Sandman. After a good old family tussle, the cult leader is killed by a little bonky boo on his old soft head. The guards stationed to watch the Sandman end up pulling an all-nighter and fall asleep. Bad idea! Falling asleep around the Sandman gives him control over influencing your actions through your dreams. He uses his power to manipulate the guard into shooting his hamster ball to set him free. I probably would have just got him to bring me a sandwich. That's true. They didn't feed the Sandman at all for 10 years. How did he survive? The Sandman is able to escape and get back to his realm where he meets Jada Pinkett Smith. Bro, not that joke again. Come on, it's too easy, look at her. Yeah, I guess you've got a point. The Sandman realizes his whole world has been destroyed upon returning home. Thankfully, through all the decay and degradation, the Sandman's receptionist stuck through it all. Wow, he must provide great benefits. Not to worry though, because he can just lift his hands and make the kingdom all better again. Or not. Guess it couldn't be that easy or else we wouldn't have an 8-hour season. So the whole season is going to be him trying to get his house back to normal after it had been torn to shambles? That's not very exciting. Yeah, just hire a maid service and save us the 8 hours. Well, let's see where it goes from here. Milo, the Corinthian, is back and has a vendetta against the Sandman, who we now know as Dream. Like the YouTuber? Yeah. Wait a second. We then get to meet the best character in the show. The Amish Dragon Trainer! We don't even need to see him do anything. He's already awesome. I love this guy. Wait, are we already leaving this dude behind? Oh man? Dream needs the help of Gregory the Dragon. So he dissolves him into sand. This is one of the saddest scenes yet. Yeah, there's something about the dragon's puppy eyes staring at Dream as he gets sucked into oblivion that's so heartbreaking. Yeah, it's so... Oh, crap! What the fuck? Did you just stab that guy out of nowhere? Holy crap. So Dream needs to absorb his creations to regain power and restore order and life to his kingdom. He seeks the help of the Fates. They're like... 33% hot. This one has no gag reflex. My kind of fate. They prove to be rather worthless, actually. Yeah, what was the point of this scene? Guess they just wanted to show a girl deep-throat a snake. After some magical BS, the Amish dragon tamer that got killed is reborn again. Thanks, Dream! The Amish bros hatch their new egg and find a cute little dragon inside. They need to come up with a name for it. Oh wait, he was killed again by his brother Cain. I see what's going on here. They're named Cain and Abel, and they live in a constant loop of death and rebirth. It seems a bit like infringement on the Bible. Pretty sure the Bible is public domain by now. Dream decides to return to the waking world to search for his tools to help rebuild his kingdom. Corinthian threatens that if he runs into Dream, Dream won't be returning to his kingdom. Oh, big tough guy. We get introduced to Constantine, the woman Dream is enlisting the help of for his kingdom. She is super badass and takes names. She meets up with an edgy woman priest to strategize. Sure, a lot of female priests here. They must be Episcopalian. She's not there for no reason though. She's officiating a wedding in order to trick a demon into showing himself. so she can exorcise him.
Like bench press him?
No, man, exercise, like removing an evil spirit.
Ah, like squatting and letting a massive gas monster slip out of your sphincter.
Sure.
The bird talks?
Dream's magical receptionist Lucian sent this talking crow named Matthew to help him with his quest.
The quest to find his tools necessary for rebuilding the kingdom.
One of which is his gem that was stolen over a century ago. It's hidden, and the only one who knows its location is the son of the mistress of the son of the cult leader from episode 1.
That's not convoluted at all.
Yeah, I hope you've been paying attention.
Oh, I guess you didn't need to remember that.
She did.
Well, the son escapes after turning all the guards into spaghetti sauce.
He meets up with Corinthian to hit the town cruising.
Dream decides to accept the help of Matthew the Crow and takes him to hell.
Sounds pleasant.
The gatekeeper, Squatter Bloat, negotiates Dream's entrance to hell.
Hold up, Squatter Bloat?
Yeah, I guess those demons kind of get screwed over on names.
John D., the son of the mistress of the, you get it, is traveling to find the ruby before Dream can get to it.
Meanwhile, in hell, Dream is giving Matthew a little Bible lesson while they travel to meet Lucifer.
Dream and Matthew finally reach the Utah Mormon temple. Wait. No, that's the castle of Lucifer.
What's the difference?
We meet Lucifer at last, but we'll just call her Mommy.
So, in order to get one of his tools back, a mask, Dream makes a deal with Lucifer.
Meanwhile, in the waking world, John D. splatters another innocent bystander with his maxed out defense stats.
Turns out the challenge with Lucifer was really just an erotic roleplay session.
Why are they mentioning so many animals?
Hey man, don't kink shame.
Frickin' furries.
Well, Dream ends up winning the fetish off and gets his weird mosquito helmet back.
Finally, he can enter the world of the living and retrieve his ruby.
His precious.
Please don't.
It's not as easy as he thought, though. Apparently, John D. altered the ruby to reject any other user.
He must have put that spell on me for chicks.
Before Dream can retrieve it, John D. snags it.
He keisters it and escapes quickly.
With his all-powerful ruby finally back in his possession, John D. does the first thing that comes to mind.
He goes to Denny's?
Bro, I'd do the same. Just hold up the ruby and demand they bring back the 2468 menu.
Yeah, I missed that thing.
Good times, good times.
Nothing bad has ever happened when some murderous magic man comes in to eat at a diner.
The worst thing John does is make everyone tell the truth.
John essentially creates a drama sitcom pocket universe where he makes everyone make sweet love to each other in the diner.
I don't think that was his doing. That's just kind of how diners are.
After things get a bit gory, Dream finally shows up to confront John.
He tells John that lies are simply necessary means to achieve your dreams in the end.
That's a hot take.
Dream ends up doing battle with John, but by using the ruby for such a matter, John ends up destroying it.
This causes Dream to become much more powerful than he has been in eons.
Dream puts John back to sleep in the asylum he escaped from and ends that reign of terror.
Dream meets his sister, Death, and enjoys a take your brother to work day as he watches her help the dying souls get to the afterlife.
Dream is so powerful now that he feels powerless as he doesn't have much of a goal to work towards.
But what about the kingdom? Did he forget that he still hasn't rebuilt it yet?
Dream flashes back to his Lord Farquaad hair phase as we get shown his life in the 1300s.
We get introduced to a character named Hob Gadling, a bar patron who claims if he refuses to die, he simply won't.
Death decides it would be amusing to grant him eternal life as a fun prank.
Wait, what? So that's all you have to do to live forever?
Best prank ever!
Well, it turns out immortality can be cruel. Or amazing, depending on what quirky situations Hob gets himself put into.
Hob's story acts as more of a side story about the beauty of life and death rather than a heavy-hitting plot point.
We're introduced to more of Dream's siblings, Desire and Despair.
They both plot over some sinister plan to bring on Dream's demise.
The main playing piece in this plan is a random human named Rose.
She acts as a vortex, which is what the magic world refers to as someone that brings everyone to them through an unspoken law of attraction.
Kinda like The Secret.
Exactly like The Secret, except this one is actually real.
Dream sends Matthew to watch after Rose when she is awake to make sure nothing bad comes of her vortex status.
Unfortunately, this vortex status ends up drawing the worst of the worst to her vicinity.
Corinthian is on the prowl.
Rose ends up moving into some wacky funhouse full of preps and goths alike.
We could have a whole show just based on this goofy cast of characters.
Yeah, hold on. You can't just introduce such a great side cast after I just got used to our main cast.
I want to see more of these guys.
While a group of serial killers meet up at a diner to discuss inviting the Corinthian to be a guest of honor, he just decides to show up.
Looks like he's planning on using the vortex to get to Dream.
Our vortex Rose is sleeping and dreams herself into an audience with Dream himself.
He wants to assist Rose in finding her brother, Jed, who we learn has been adopted corrupted and held in a basement where his only escape from reality is his dreams.
Wow, my dreams turn out to be way different than this.
Same. I'm usually dreaming of flying, and falling, and dying.
Let's move on.
Things are all coming together in the waking world when Rose meets Matthew.
She's not at all shocked at the fact that Matthew is a real-life talking crow now.
Corinthian ends up getting close to Rose, but backs off when he sees Matthew.
Instead, he decides to pursue Jed as a means to bring Rose to him.
When Rose dreams, Dream joins her to help her realize her power as a vortex.
It turns out she has the ability to create, meld, and destroy entire worlds inside people's dreams.
Through this ability, she is able to meet Jed by entering his dream.
Before Rose can get to Jed, Corinthian gets there first.
He murders Jed's adoptive parents and rescues him to take him to Rose.
He's not such a bad guy after all.
Dude, did you not hear the murder part?
Well, he's nice enough to take Jed to a cereal convention. Wouldn't you love to just enjoy your favorite cereal with like-minded people?
I would if it was breakfast cereal, but it's actually a serial killer convention.
Oh, yikes. I guess Corinthian is a bad dude.
He calls Rose and tells her he found Jed, luring the vortex to him for his evil plans.
Corinthian is enjoying his glamorous life amongst those who idolize him.
Meanwhile, Rose and her upstairs roommate Gideon are en route and Rose falls asleep in the car on the way.
Dream stirs up controversy by expelling a ghost who had been hiding away in the dreaming world.
The dreaming world is crumbling as a symptom of this ghost, and so he decides to kill him in front of Rose.
This upsets Rose, and she demands that Dream stay away from her.
Yeesh. Good luck getting help from the one dude that can save you from Corinthian.
Well, Rose and Gideon finally arrive at the convention where Jed is, and we get a huge reveal that Gideon is actually one of the residents of the dreaming world.
Wow! That was actually a great twist.
Things aren't looking good for Rose and Jed when Corinthian finally gets a hold of them.
He tells Rose that Dream plans on killing her to save the dreaming world from completely crumbling.
He then leaves the two in his hotel room while he gives the guest of honor speech to a bunch of serial killers.
Sandman crashes the party and starts the dream battle against Corinthian.
Corinthian's attempts to empower Rose against Dream end up failing, and she pulls a reversal on him, deciding to wake up and power up Dream.
For his closing attack, Dream apologizes to Corinthian for creating him so poorly and turns him back into sand.
He then punishes all the serial killers at the convention by taking away their delirium and forcing them to face the reality of what monsters they are.
Yeah, you show them.
Yeah, and they'll finally realize that Honey Smacks is the best cereal.
Dude, I already told you.
I know, it's not that kind of cereal.
No, I told you, the best cereal is Lucky Charms.
What?
After Jed and Rose leave the convention safely, Rose is faced with her own reality that as a dangerous vortex, Dream must kill her in order to save the world.
After a conversation between the two, Rose's death is interrupted by none other than her own great-grandmother.
According to her, she was supposed to be the original vortex and proceeds to offer her own life instead of Rose's.
Balance is finally restored to both the living world and the dreaming world.
We get one final scene of Lucifer as this season's cliffhanger plays out before the end credits roll.
Sandman was an insane fantasy journey through dreams and the nightmare of reality, and in the end, we can't wait for season 2.
True.